Welcome to Total Retail Talks, your podcast channel for retail knowledge.
Hello, welcome to this episode of Total Retail Talks. I'm Joe Keenan, the editor-in-chief of Total Retail. I am here at the National Retail Federation Big Show in New York City, and I'm pleased to be joined by Alyssa Allman, who is the Chief Merchandising Officer of the home segment at the franchise group. One of those brands within that group being American Freight. We're going to talk to Alyssa about that specific business today on today's episode. So thanks for joining me, Alyssa.
Thanks so much. I'm glad to be here.
So, to get us started, I'd love for you to give a little bit of an overview of the American Freight business for those that are not familiar with it. And then I mentioned the franchise group, maybe kind of give an overview of that as well.
Yes, I'd love to. So, American Freight is an extreme value retailer that sells furniture, mattresses, and appliances. They have over 370 stores now across 40 states, and they're really focused in on value. So American Freight's actually been around since 1994, and what happened was they were acquired by the franchise group in 2000, and franchise group is a privately held company that acquires and manages franchise and franchisable companies across various retail industries. So some of the amazing brands they have in their portfolio are Vitamin Shop, Pet Supplies Plus, and then they have some great brands in the home decor segment, American Freight being one of those subsidiaries of Franchise Group. And so in 1999, the franchise group actually acquired the old Sears outlet, which was at one time a part of Sears. And the outlet side of the business was known for their leading national retailer of appliances, and specifically open box appliances, which is really exciting. And then, so that happened in 1999. And then in 2000, they acquired American Freight as well as FFO Home, which is a small retailer, more regional player. So in June of 2000, very excitingly, they combined those three companies together into American Freight.
Talk a little bit about the combining with Sears outlet and talk about what that meant for the merchandise mix at American Freight.
Yes, it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup, right? It's like two great tastes that go great together. So it's combining this furniture, think of sofas, love seats, dining, bedroom furniture with appliances. So all of the big stuff that you would need inside your home, all at extreme value pricing. And what makes it so exciting, I think, is you take the American Freight side of the legacy business. Everything there was meant to take it home today, which is super unique in the industry right now, as we're all waiting for weeks and sometimes months to get a purchase. What's nice is when you come into American Freight, you find what you want and you're actually able to either take it home yourself in your car or get it delivered that very same day in most cases. And then the old Sears outlet side of the business are open box, call it scratch and dent, sometime refurbished appliances at extreme value. So think about what you might pay for a refrigerator at a big box store, you could get at half price at an American Freight store. And so kind of that extreme value, take it home today, what you see is what you get. Really, they just blended beautifully together and made sense to be in the same location.
So one of the things I know you're excited about, specifically with the American Freight brand, is some store enhancements and remodels that you're doing in this new year. So tell us a little bit about, one, why that decision was made to remodel some of the store locations, and then what it will mean for your customers that are shopping in those stores.
You know, I think when a brand goes through growth like we have experienced over the last several years, as well as the combining of different previous brands, sometimes things get a little murky or overlap in a certain way. And so I think The refresh of this brand that we're doing now really takes the best of everything that we have and blends it together. And so we partnered with the Shipyard as our creative agency, and they are really working on helping us with like a new logo. We're creating new brand standards. And I would say that the goals are first and foremost, don't break the economic model. We're an extreme value retailer. We want to make sure we always give the best prices that we can to our customers. So we never want to be so fancy that we break that economic model. But we definitely wanted to make the stores like fresher, lighter, easier to shop in many ways. So we focused on clear pricing, transparent pricing throughout the store, making it easier to self-help. So even though we have very seasoned salespeople to help with any questions on the floor, some people prefer to browse or shop on their own. So we wanted to make sure that we could allow them an environment where they could shop on their own, as well as creating some like mini vignettes throughout the store. So we are a warehouse environment, and sometimes that gets a little dull. So taking the opportunity to showcase some vignettes as they're shopping the store, just to inspire them and to help them envision how it would look in their own homes. And then also remind them we do sell things like rugs and lamps and coffee and end tables and things to complete their purchase as well.
So it sounds like it's really an upgrade on the experience. Is the merchandise mix shifting a lot, or that's probably remaining a little bit more constant, and some of the experience of shopping in stores being upgraded?
We are looking at the merchandise mix as well. We're always trying to optimize and see where the customer is shifting to. So there was a time where people were very much investing in their living rooms. We all love to watch Netflix, and so we saw something there happening. Bedrooms have been super strong for us lately, so we've been kind of doubling down a little bit in those areas. But the biggest shift really came when we were continuing to expand these open box appliances. It's really an interesting model. It makes us very unique and separates us from the industry and gives just such a great value to the customer that we've been putting those open box appliances in more and more stores, and so we're always looking to kind of make sure we've got the right mix between those two categories. And part of the rebrand is really kind of to help us showcase the open box even stronger. So if you think about if you've ever shopped at DSW, there's colors that show you the discount codes. So we've got a kind of a similar take on that, where depending on what you're looking for, there's a different color code for each one. So the like new is one color. So if you really don't want it to have any blemishes, then you're looking for that particular color code as you shop. And maybe if your appliance is going in an area where you won't see it, maybe in the garage, and you're more excited about the value that you can get out of it, then you might go down to a different level of blemish.
A lot of organization in the store, obviously, for your product line. Let's flip it to the other kind of piece of the business, the digital side. And, as you make these improvements to the store, obviously thinking about the online shopper as well. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing to improve their shopping experience as well.
Definitely made some investments on that side of the business. The customer is definitely pre-shopping online. More and more, especially in these economic times, it's very important. Our customer is very savvy, so she's going to do all her research in advance. So we've invested some extra time, effort, and money into our website and e-commerce platform. So we not only have we done a complete website redesign, refreshing it, making it easier, coins, very clear for people to shop and click. But we've also partnered with people to make sure we have best in class as far as 3D renderings are concerned. The 3D 60 turn so they can see all aspects of the product. AR, so if they want to drop that into their room and see what that piece might look like, they can do that. And then showcasing it in a lifestyle as well, so they can envision what it would look like in their own home. We've also partnered with some great technology people to enhance our product descriptions, our product attributes. I think that's getting rich and detailed product attributes. So whatever's trending out there online of what it's called is probably what they're searching for in the search bar. And it may not necessarily be what the product description is. So making sure we have those connections is super important. And then at least once, hopefully twice a year, we're doing like a UX customer audit, gaining customer feedback. We want to make sure we're really tied to the customer. And then new enhanced search capabilities. And one of the biggest unlocks for us was really on that open box appliance shopping. So you can go to the website, you can select any level of category or vendor, and then it will tell you within the range that you give it what's available, either open box or new in box, because we do sell new in box appliances as well. And then you can keep clicking through, you find what you want, you click on it, and you will actually see pictures of that item in that store all the way around and inside the product. So you know exactly what you're getting, so you can easily just walk into the store to make your purchase.
Yeah, you're getting that educated customer that's walking through your stores, the doors of your store, and they've already kind of done their research online. You're seeing that behavior. Speaking of the behavior you're seeing from your customers, I'd love you to talk a little bit about what you saw during the most recent holiday Q4 season, and then moving into 2024 here, what you kind of are planning for and how that might impact what you're doing from a merchandising perspective.
Yes, customers are definitely very careful with their wallets this past holiday. I think they were very thoughtful about their purchases. Again, a lot of research went in before they walked into the store. I think we saw a very savvy discount shopper this past holiday season. There were a lot of discounts across a lot of industries, and we immediately would see reactions with price drops or special offers to the customers. So I think they were ready to spend when the deal got good enough for them. So everybody's wallets are still a little bit tight, but we're starting to see some green shoots coming out for sure, as customers, I think, are feeling a little bit more confident about larger size purchases.
And then lastly, when we have leaders such as yourself on the podcast, we love to kind of ask a question more leadership focused. As you think about your team in particular, what can you do? What are you planning to do as you look to strengthen the performance of the merchandising group and the franchise group?
It's such a great question. I appreciate you asking that. I think it's really to keep them engaged, creative, and really excited about this coming year. We really feel like we're in such a good position, and we are doing so many amazing things for the brand that I want them to keep that energy going. It's been a crazy last 5 years, especially for the furniture industry, right? I mean, it started with the tariffs, and then, there was this huge boom during COVID, and then supply chain, crippled us, and then the economy came, and the customer, got nervous, and so we have been doing so much reactive to the environment around us that I really, truly feel like 2024 is all about the customer, and getting back ingrained with the customer instead of all these external factors. And I'm ready for a year of peace and quiet externally.
Some consistency, you're right. It's really been a lot of peaks and valleys over the last several years in the category. So looking for that, and exciting that that's sort of what you're envisioning for the team as well. So I want to take the opportunity to thank Alyssa Allman, who is the Chief Merchandising Officer of the home segment of the franchise group, for joining us here on this episode of Total Retail Talks. Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. For more information on this podcast, please check out our podcast channel page at mytotalretail.com/podcasts for show notes. Total Retail Talks is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify. Make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a few moments to rate and review this podcast. Thanks, and until next time, this has been Total Retail Talks.